Shabbat Shalom, Shari Torah. I hope that everybody is doing well. I hope you'll consider joining us Friday late afternoon at the Lakelands Clubhouse for a pop-up picnic to bring in Shabbat around 5:30, a chance to bring in Shabbat, to be together as community, and to really just enjoy the time together. Also, I hope you'll think about joining on Sunday afternoon at 4 p.m. for Elevate to Elul, a moment in which we will sing, learn, and prepare ourselves in all different ways for the upcoming high holiday season. And now on to our Parsha. I want to begin with a question. Why do we do good? Maybe we do good because it helps other people. Maybe we do good because it makes the world a better place. And maybe we do good because it's the right thing to do, even when no one is watching. Perhaps we do good because that is what God asks of us. This week's Parsha, Parashat Re'eh, invites us to think deeply about that question. At the very beginning of the Parsha, Moses says to the Israelite people, Re'eh anochi noten lifnechem hayom et habracha v'et haklala, et habracha asher tishmeu v'haklala im lo tishmeu. See that this day that I set before you the blessings and curses. The blessing, if you obey the commandments of the Lord, your God will enjoy upon you this day. And the curse, well, if you don't obey, you know what happens. At first glance, it sounds pretty straightforward. Follow God's commandments and receive blessing. Turn away from them and experience curse. But if we read carefully, Moses is teaching us something even deeper. Notice that he does not simply say that blessing comes after obedience. Rather, blessing is obedience within itself. The blessing is living a life guided by God's values. The blessing is choosing goodness, compassion, generosity, justice, and holiness. In other words, virtue is its own reward. Moses reminds us that every day we are present with a choice. We can choose blessing or curse. We can choose the path that brings us closer to God's vision for the world, or we can choose another path. Now, this does not mean that people who do good are protected from hardship. We all know wonderful people who face illness, loss, disappointment, and struggle. Life does not work that way. But Moses is teaching that there is a blessing that comes from living a life of purpose and value. A life dedicated to doing good is, in itself, a blessed life. And I think this is something that we oftentimes forget. When we talk about Torah and mitzvot, we often focus on obligations and responsibility. And those are very important and essential parts of Jewish life. But there's another truth as well, that living Jewish life is a privilege. And our traditions, our rituals, our learnings, our acts of kindness, our prayers, and our mitzvot bring meaning, inspiration, connection, and blessing into our lives. They shape us into the people that we aspire to be. The reward is not only something waiting for us in this world to come. The reward is also here, in this world, in a way of life of purpose that enriches our days and deepens our relationships with one another. So as we enter into Shabbat and prepare for the week ahead, may we remember that each of us have a choice, both today and every day. May we choose kindness, choose generosity, choose holiness, and may we choose to be a blessing. Shabbat Shalom, and hope to see you in Shul.